like I said about these Travises. Hopefully some of you guys hit. Like I said, it's been a rough release, especially when it comes to that. It was not a lot of pairs going around, especially on the Sneakers app. I probably think it was like I said, it was less than 20K pairs. So a lot of his pairs pretty much was on his website. So hopefully I was able to cop those for retail. Me for personally, it wasn't my go-to shoe because I said with the green that was in there. Like I said, I actually hit on those, but it's definitely wasn't my go-to, especially with that particular shoe. I hope y'all was able to hit. Definitely, like I said, it was a good shoe to have. If you don't have any Travises, it was a good opportunity to cop some, especially for a lot of money. It wasn't going for a lot. Right now, it ain't really going a lot. Actually, on StockX right now, it's not really going too big on the market. Pretty much like a little bit, I think like 40 to $50, a little bit over retail. So it wasn't that a lot of money going on pertaining towards that. So like I said, overall, definitely is not a bad looking shoe to some people. They think it's ugly, but I mean for the summer, you get that little hint of that neon vault green in there. It's definitely be a go-to shoe to have. Definitely won't be a shoe that will not be recognized. So I definitely would try to cop them. Like I said, to have in the collection. If you don't own any Travis Scotts right now, Travis Scott actually, like I said, he's been trying to cater to everybody, especially when it comes to that. And today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Travis Scott. Like I said, it's definitely been a day for him, especially when it comes to that, and also for Tinker Hatfield, definitely his birthday too. Well, shout out to him, the creator, that made so many designs, and at the same time, is doing everything, to try to cater to us when it came to bringing this Jordan brand. Because without Tinker Hatfield, we wouldn't pretty much have Jordan brand either. The Black Cement 3, which is like the best Jordan of all time, and it definitely was a good go to shoe to have in the collection. So like I said, happy birthday to Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott. They've been doing their thing, just making it stable into the sneaker community, and they just been doing a great job by doing that. And like I said, Travis Scott been doing his thing. Like I said, bringing us other models, with the Jumpman Jack. He's pretty much trying to branch off with Nike a little bit and trying to swing over with Jordan. He's trying to have his own signature line. So, like I said, today is Travis Scott's birthday. Like I said, he did his thing by bringing those shoes out on Sneakers app. Hopefully, everybody was able to hit on them. Like I said, it wasn't like too extravagant, but at the same time, it was a good thing to have, especially if you trying to go after that. And it was a good shoe to get, especially if you don't own any Travis Scotts. It definitely was a move. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the chat, man. I guess hello, Mason. Hello, hi, hi, hi. Like I said, hit that like button, man. We talking about Travis Scott. It's Travis Scott Day. You guys a fan of Travis Scott? I'm a fan of Travis Scott, man. He been doing his thing, especially because of that. Hey, hi, hey, everybody in the chat. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe. It's Travis Scott Day, guys. We just sit here talking about his release he just had that he dropped on Sneakers app. Hopefully earlier, a lot of people hit on those. Be able to obtain those, especially with the Travis Scott did. I don't think it's dead, man. I think just certain colorways, a lot of people ain't really going for it. But I'm sure, like I said, he got another one coming soon. So just be mindful of that. He definitely got another one coming soon. It's definitely with the fragments. The definitely will be coming. Hello, hello, hello. Say everybody, say hi, guys. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. We got to show love to our crew, man. Our butchering crew. Like I said, you sit here just talking about Travis Scott, especially when it comes to his release. It's definitely a go-to shoe, especially when it comes to that. Hopefully y'all was able to cop these for retail and be able to get it for resale. Because, like I said, Travis Scott is the move, especially when it comes to that. You don't want to miss out on that shoe because, it's a good shoe to have. You don't want to miss out on that. So, like I said, you definitely want to get those, especially for retail, so you don't miss out on that. So, like I said, Travis Scott is the move. You don't want to miss out on it. So, like I said, make sure y'all just stay tuned because Travis Scott will be having more coming along on Sneakers app, so y'all miss out. So, like I said, Travis Scott is the move. Who is Travis Scott in a couple of words? Um, a generational artist, man. He's a generational artist for a lot of people right now, especially for a lot of the crew, and a lot for younger generation to show that you can make moves and be yourself, but at the same time trying to obtain and try to be a superstar. And you want to be able to enjoy being yourself at the same time. What's going on? What's going on, guys? Like I said, Travis Scott is the move. Hit that like button, man. If y'all like Travis Scott, man, I like Travis Scott, so y'all gotta hit that like button, hit it up so we can get to 30 likes, man. Like I said, it's Travis Scott's birthday and it's Tinker Hatfield's birthday. Tinker Hatfields too as well. Like I said, he did a big deal, especially when it comes to trying to cop a lot of his shoes, especially when it comes to the Jordan 3s and the Jordan 4s. And he did a lot of shoes, especially, it's been a big stable in the sneaker community. And you gotta show him love, especially for that. It's a big deal, especially trying to make these shoes to where it could be a big deal. Thanks. Have a great stream. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for hopping on. Thank you for hopping on. Like I said, hit that like button, everybody. Like I said, we sitting here talking about Travis Scott, especially when it comes to his day, especially when it comes to Tinker Hatfield. It's his day too as well. Like like I said, show love to these guys. So like I said, they've been doing great movements for the sneaker community, especially when it comes with Nike, and they just been doing their thing, man. Like Travis Scott, for him being 34 years old, he been doing his thing, man. You got to give him love where he's at, man. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said, Travis Scott been doing his thing, man. Like I said, be mindful. Like I said, he got another release coming. Not too soon because he just dropped this one. Like I said, he got a lot more coming on the way. So just be ready. Like I said, Travis Scott will be having more colorways coming on with the Jumpman Jacks. He's not done with Jumpman Jacks. So like I said, it's definitely going to be a go-to, especially when it comes to that. So just be mindful that he will be having more coming along. But at the same time, like I said, Tinker Hatfield has been doing his thing, man. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Show love for Tinker Hatfield. He's definitely been doing his thing, too, especially when it comes to just sneakers app. That man is a genius, especially when it comes to just different types of colorways, especially when it comes to Jordan and just other silhouettes, too, as related in Nike. And, it saved a lot of careers, saved a lot of people's jobs, but him creating a lot of things. So it's definitely what's the move, especially because to put him on board to where he can create these designs that will just be generational and it'll last forever. So like I said, we just on here hopping for a little bit, especially because of Travis Scott. Hopefully y'all was able to be able to maintain to see them or even copped on us. Because like I said, sneakers app was the move, especially when it comes to trying to obtain these for retail. Like I said, that's the move, to try to get it for retail and not paying for resale. So, like I said, and at the same time, let me know in the comments too if y'all already own some Travis Scotts. I know I own some myself. Definitely was a go-to to get. Like I said, a lot of people slept on the trainers. I got the trainers, and a lot of people wasn't a big fan of those, but I like the trainers. Trainers was a good-looking shoe to me. It's just, I think it's because it was a whole bunch of them, and it wasn't a lot. It wasn't on the resale market. It wasn't a lot, and a lot of people didn't care. Hello, welcome to the chat. Like I said, Travis Scott day today, he did his drop at 10 o'clock on Sneakers app. Hopefully everybody was able to hit on those as well. It's Tinker Hatfield's birthday too as well. Both of their birthdays are today. Like I said, show some love for them and show some love in the chat, man. Show some love for both of them because they've been doing a lot of good things, especially when it comes to the sneaker community and just trying to moving forward, trying to make more content and as well as trying to make more music and more design so we can, live on with throughout their work of what they do, especially when it comes to their sneakers. So, like I said, hit that like button, man. Let's get this live up to 30 likes, man. Like I said, just here talking about these Travis Scotts. It's Travis Scott Day, Tinker Hatfield. Like I said, we got the Jordan 4 is gonna be coming soon. We got the UNC reimagines are coming so soon. They coming in another week, so just be ready for that too. They just did early access like yesterday, so they definitely gonna probably do like a shock drop soon. I know that's coming soon, so just be mindful of that. That's it. It's just gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting. So at the same time, be mindful how these drops going to be, especially when it comes to the sneakers app. Definitely gonna be the move, especially when it comes to that. So it's definitely gonna be the move. So hopefully everybody be able to get those for retail because, like I said, we don't want to pay resale for these, and definitely won't be the move, especially when it comes to that. So, like I said, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the lives right here. Let me know what y'all think about Travis Scott. If y'all don't feel Travis Scott, do y'all even like his music, or let alone, I know like my kids, they like see him on there on Fortnite. He got a lot of stuff going up on Fortnite. Like I said, he been touching a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to just trying to make a statement into the community and try to, do some good things, especially when it comes to just trying to bring good things to the world. And like I said, I can't, give Travis Scott some, some credit, man. He's just been doing this thing, man. I know it's hard to try to get his shoes, especially on sneakers app, because I know I done tried, took a lot of L's on him. But I know he just been doing great things, especially because of just trying to reinvent a lot of things and trying to do different colorways to try to show that who he is. And he Travis Scott. It's Travis Scott Day. Like I said, Tinker Hatfield too as well. He got a lot of good colorways too. You got the Bread Forest he did. He did the Reimagines. He just did those recently. He got the Jordan 12s. He did those as well. That's it. Overall, it's gonna be a great thing to have, especially when it comes to sneakers app. Just be mindful of that. It's gonna be fun, man. Like I said, these releases are exciting, especially when it comes to that. Hopefully, y'all was able to cop those for retail because it's definitely gonna be a go-to, especially when it comes to that. So, like I said, we just here just talking, especially sneaker talk when it comes to that. What's up, Easton? What's going on? MLB for the hate. Uh, what? At the same time, like I said, um, Travis Scott definitely gonna be more silhouettes coming on the way. Just be ready for that. Like I said, I'll have y'all more insight, especially when it comes to that. Like I said yesterday, I was just giving y'all more insight, especially with the UNC reimagines. This definitely was the move, especially when it comes to that. Hopefully, y'all was able to obtain those yesterday on the early access. As I said, they're gonna definitely do a shock drop on those. They're definitely gonna have well, they had early access. They definitely gonna do a shock drop. So just be ready for that. I'm gonna give y'all info for that. That's coming up soon. Almost they're close to getting the numbers for it. So y'all's gotta be ready for that. Just stay tuned because I got the numbers, but I gotta make sure these are accurate. But like I said, you got the KDs are coming, the EYBLs, they are coming on the way. Like I said, we got 7 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Hit it up as much as you can, man. Let's get up to 30 likes, man. This is for Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield. The two geniuses that's doing a lot of things, especially in the sticker community right now. And Jordan himself and Jordan Brand and and Nike. They actually doing their thing too, just to create this whole recipe of greatness. So hello, Furry Wolf. Hi. Like I said, just be mindful. Like I said, we got a lot of releases coming up in May. This is probably pretty much, I think, the last day of April right now. So we got a lot of fire coming. We got the White Cement 4s on the way. There's definitely going to be a move, especially when it comes to trying to obtain these. Definitely going to be up there, the contender sneaker of the year. If you like the White Cement 4s, let me know in the chat. Hit that like button. If you like the White Cement 4s, are you going to triple up or go or doubling up, especially when it comes to that? You're definitely gonna be a go-to, especially when it comes to the White Cement 4. So, like I said, and that's another shoe that Tinker Hatfield made, which is his birthday. So, like I said, overall, it's definitely gonna be a go-to shoe. Hopefully, y'all can be able to obtain these for retail. I won't pay resale for these, so it's gonna be crazy. So, like I said, overall, it's definitely gonna be a crazy thing to have. So, just be mindful of that. It's gonna be a crazy thing. So, like I said, Travis Scott day to day. Like I said, Tinker Hatfield day to day. Like I said, we have plenty of updates is coming up, man. I'm just waiting till everything's confirmed. Make sure the sources are confirmed. Make sure we don't get false information, especially when it comes to these releases. And it's gonna be a crazy May, man. It's gonna be a crazy May. So like I said, you don't want to miss out, man. Especially you don't want to miss out because there's some fire releases are coming. Like I said, you got the 5s coming soon. They got another 5 coming. And they got another 4 coming. And they got some type of ruby OG high Jordan 1s are coming. I saw on the surface. So we got to see how that's going to turn out, how Nike going to do that release and see how that's going to turn out. And it's going to be crazy, man. Like I said, today is just today. We just talking about Travis Scott. Like I said, if he going to continue making more silhouettes, like I said, he got one more coming, but I don't think maybe he might pass making another silhouette for Jordan Brand, or I don't know. We don't know what they're gonna do, what Travis Scott gonna do. So, like I said, it's gonna be crazy, man. Like I said, it'll be hurtful if he go and not part ways with Nike, because we heard rumors that he may part ways with Nike and Jordan Brand, but we don't know yet. Like, he just talking because it's Travis Scott. He like to stir up stuff to make people think. That's what he does. That's what he loves. But you have to just wait till it get closer to where we get most of the information we need, and it be 100% true. So, like I said, hello. Welcome to the chat, guys. Like I said, hit that like button. I know we got 2 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button, man. Like I said, let's get it up to 30K likes, man. Like I said, we sit here just talking about Travis Scott. We sit here talking about how he celebrate his birthday by having these drops on Sneakers app. And like I said, with Tinker Hatfield, it's his birthday too. We can't forget about the greatness of what he did, especially with the Jordan 11s. Like I said, Jordan 12s. He just been doing the same thing, especially when it comes to just obtaining these shoes, man. It's like it's a big deal, especially when it comes to that. And hopefully, you be able to get these Jordan 4s white cements for retail, because I definitely want to get it for retail. So definitely want to be a go-to, especially when it comes to that. I definitely want to try to get them for retail. I don't want to pay resale. Now, brick by bricks, I want to try to I'm gonna see. I looked on StockX and Go today. It's still been holding up there that $500-600 range. So definitely, I don't know, maybe a hit or miss with that one. Jordan 4s. Yeah, Jordan 4s. Like I said, Tinker Hatfield made the Jordan 4s. They definitely will be releasing soon. May 24th. That's what I heard. They will be dropping on Sneakers app. Or they might be doing a draw. I don't know what they're gonna do with that shoe, but I know that's the release day for that shoe. I think they're gonna pretty like how it was with the SBs. I think they're gonna be like 210. So with tax, it's gonna be depending on where you at and where you live. That's what depends how much more taxes you're gonna pay on it. So it's definitely gonna be like around 200. So it's definitely gonna be a go-to shoe. Like I said, it's been some early pairs that they already leaked out. They already did a little splash of it in Washington D.C. and a lot of people drove a lot of ways to try to get that shoe. So they got early pairs. So like I said, I know Nike gonna still probably do like a shock drop on that, or EA, to where we can get them a little bit early. I know they're gonna be a little bit earlier than what it is, so I think we may get a shock drop on those maybe next week or early access next week. So I'll make sure I'll get y'all the info on that. So just in case, stay in touch, man, because I definitely will have it. But like I said, we just here talking, especially with the Travis Scott Jumpman Jacks has dropped on his birthday, and like I said, we got Tinker Hatfield, which was his birthday too as well. It definitely. Oh yeah, sounds great. Oh yeah, like I said, I'll give you all the info what you need, man. Just make sure you subscribe, man. Stay in sync. I definitely will have everything for you, especially when it comes to trying to get new release dates, and also try to give you more info when they get close to the release dates, when these actually will drop, and the numbers. Thank you, Pessy. I definitely appreciate you, man. Like I said, just stay with the Butchering Crew. You are part of the Butchering Crew now. Like I said, just make sure you stay tuned, man, because I have a lot more content on the way. Especially, I got to say, I got a lot of unboxings I got to do, especially when it comes to certain releases I done copped up. And like I said, go keep up with the new ones too. So like I said, with Travis Scott today, we got the drop he had today. He just had one Friday on his actual site. So I'm sure he's gonna have some more on the way, especially a lot of his merch. He definitely gonna be pushing a lot of merch. So we got a lot of stuff coming, man. Like I said, this is the type of lives that are simple and good. Love these channels. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Like I said, I try to keep it simple. I don't have no fancy, setups. I have a whole bunch of cameras all over the place. It's a small little setup, but it goes a long way. And like I said, I'm just giving y'all what y'all asked for, for releases and due dates, to where y'all can be able to get these for retail, so you ain't got to pay resale for it, because that's where it's at, man. You definitely don't want to pay no resale for these. I don't want to play. I'm just a normal guy too, working day to day, paycheck. So, like I said, I'm trying to look for the resources so I can pay certain sneakers that I like to have for retail. So, like I said, we just here talking about Travis Scott, the way how his setup that he had his drop today on sneakers. I said, hopefully everybody tried to go after him. Whoever won, congratulations. Hopefully y'all won on those. Like I said, I hit on them on Friday, but like I said, I wasn't a fan of those, so I kind of didn't. By the time I even tried to go check out, it pretty much just said it was sold out. It's probably somebody snatched them on my cart, probably a bot, whatever, and that was it. So at the same time, I didn't care for it, because I already had Travis Scott, so I'd rather give it to somebody else that don't have the actual shoe, because it would be fair that somebody that don't have it, give them opportunity to cop them, than somebody that already have just a pair or 2 pair of Travis Scott. So like I said, I'm a fair guy, especially when it comes to that. Is this Jesus channel? Oh yeah, definitely the Jesus channel. Definitely there's a whole bunch of blessings on here. We bless people with W, especially when it comes to sneakers and good drops. So yes, definitely a Jesus channel. I buy them for me. I love my Air Force Ones and Jordan 4s. Oh yeah, most definitely. You gotta buy them for yourself. You definitely have to get shoes for what you want. You buy what you like, man. That's where it's at. Hit that like button, guys. Let me know y'all buy what y'all like, man. Don't go buy that hype stuff. That hype stuff is not the move anymore. Like I said, you see with Travis Scott, he only did a certain amount to make people think it's high in demand, but a lot of people didn't want the shoe because they already have Travis Scott's, or let alone they just trying to flip them. They're not keeping it for a personal. Hello, how did I get Jesus to come in me, and what does it feel like? Has anyone here let Jesus inside them? And when will Jesus be coming? Jesus is always there when you wake up in the morning, guy. Every day he's always there, and he knows he's coming. We got to wait. But at the same time, he want us to be happy and enjoy life. And if the smallest things is copping shoes, that's part of it because he created the materials so we can have these shoes. So at the same time, like I said, we here talking about Travis Scott and the same time it's just overall, it's just he just been doing his own thing, and Tinker Hatfield has been doing his thing too, man. Like I said, it's definitely a big deal, especially when it comes to his shoes, man. He's been doing a good thing, man. Like I said, overall, you definitely want to miss out on that. Definitely, it's a crazy, crazy, crazy month coming up in the month of May, man. It's definitely a crazy month. What's going on? What's going on? Like I said, it's definitely been a crazy month. In May coming up, man. I'm just so excited because like you got all these different type of releases. It's not like all same releases. We got an OG coming up. Like I said, we got what's going on. Hi. Thank you. I appreciate you coming in. I definitely appreciate you subscribing, man. Definitely hit that like button. Let me know y'all in the live. Let me know. Like I said, this is for Travis Scott, man. It's his day to day, and Tinker Hatfield is his day to day. Like I said, it's been a big deal, especially when it comes to Travis Scott, and just the way him being young, 34 years old, is doing and just making milestones for make people and kids, and at the same time just try to be a good influence. And it's is your name Butcher. That's my actual handle name, Butcher and Kicks, man. But that's a good name. Like I said, I'm a butcher in real life. And I like kicks. So that's just put them two together, and that's how I created my channel, Butcher and Kicks. So like I said, overall, like I said, we sitting here talking about Travis Scott. Travis Scott is doing his thing. Like I said, he's been doing his collab, especially when it comes to fragments. Like I said, we got another colorway with them too. Fragments are coming on the way. It's definitely a go-to, especially when it comes to that. Because like I said, Jordan is just he giving what he wants. I know. I just so hopefully soon maybe he'll do a Jordan 11. He may do a Jordan 11. He did a 6 already, and did a 4. He did a 1. He did maybe do a 5. Like I said, I'll see if he maybe do another silhouette. He may do a 12. Never know. Like I said, maybe Jordan will give him another silhouette to where he'll be able to drop something on that. But we'll wait and see in the future and see how that's going to work. Because like I said, we don't know because he may part ways with Nike and Jordan brand. So we may not get that, but maybe we will get it. So like I said, Tinker Hatfield definitely putting the work in. Like I said, we're getting these Jordan 4s at the end of May 24th. They will be dropping. Like I said, just make sure you have your notifications, all those things ready. Like I said, if you got an extra device, make sure all that's ready so you can be ready for when this release drop on May 24th. Because it's definitely going to be a crazy release because these people, and like me and yourselves, is definitely going to try to go after this shoe because it's the most hyped, anticipated shoe that people want for the year 2025. They really want these Jordan 4s. So these white cements will gonna be the contender sneaker of the year. It's gonna be right behind the Nigel Sylvesters, the Brick by Bricks, because Brick by Bricks will be up there as well. And then, like I said, you got a lot of other fire. Like you said, you got the Galaxies that dropped in February. You had the flu games that dropped. You had the reimagined fives that dropped. So we got a lot of fire that Nike been giving us, man. So we can't even be mad about it. 2025 is almost half over, and it felt like it was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, man, it goes so fast, man. I was just saying that, like literally after past my my birthday, this year is going fast, man. It's like it's crazy. Like we just literally just stepped in January. Now we in May, guys. We in May. It's already halfway gone. It's already halfway gone. And it's like I said, life just goes so fast. Like I said, you gotta enjoy it, man. You gotta enjoy it while it's here. You gotta enjoy it. It's the best way, sitting here talking to you guys and be able to talk about sneakers. And it's a good thing, man. It's definitely a good thing. You definitely just want to stick around, man. As I said, it's gonna have sneaker talk. I'm gonna continue doing it, man. I'm trying to be, consistent, especially when it comes to that. Jack Winkle, make sure you hit that like button, hit it, like it. Subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hey guys, make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button, hit that like button. It's Travis Scott Day. Like I said, we got like I said, we've been talking about Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield and how he been doing things, especially with the community. Especially Tinker Hatfield. Now let's talk about Tinker Hatfield. Tinker Hatfield did a lot of things, like I said, especially with Nike. Like he's just like the greatest creator of all time, especially when it comes to sneakers, especially him creating the Jordan 11 and just him just doing that all overall with the Jordan 3s, man. Jordan 3s, the black cement 3s. Black cement 3s were always going to be that shoe of all time to go down as any sneakerhead to have. If you don't have any shoe, you gotta have black cement threes. Black cement threes are just the stable. Like black cement threes can go with any outfit you can have. You can go with you can wear that to your wedding. You can wear that to wrestling. You can wear that to going swimming. Like anywhere you can wear that. Can I get a Robux card, please, if you have one? Hey, maybe they do a giveaway. A giveaway, I could do that. You guys subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. I definitely will be doing a giveaway once I get to 4K, and I may keep that in mind. Do a Roblox card. Definitely, that'd be a good idea. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Like I said, I'm the month of May coming up. Definitely will be doing a giveaway, especially when it comes to that. Once I hit 4K, I maybe if I'm thinking about it, I may give away a free pair of shoes. But y'all have to subscribe, and you have to tell people and tell your friends and family come subscribe to this channel. That's the only way it's going to be active to where you can be able to be eligible to get a free pair of shoes. I definitely will do a free pair of shoes or a Roblox bus or a gaming card, whatever it may be. But we have to have 4K subscribers by the end of May. That's what I'm trying to get. By the end of May, 4K. Like I said, today we're just talking about Travis Scott and his birthday today. He's turning age 34 today. Like I said, Tinker Hatfield, his birthday today. You know, he been celebrating his birthday too as well. The way how stuff was going, especially when it comes with the sneakers app, and just giving us history, man. And as I said, you know, you have to appreciate this guy, what he doing, especially when it comes to his sneakers. And, you know, they look nice. I was looking at the Spizzites low online, and I like the print along the bottom, and they are comfortable. Yeah, a lot of Spizzites definitely was a good shoe, especially like around the 2010s. They definitely our go-to shoe at that time. They still kind of like floating around here and there. It's a community for the Spizzites. Like I said, it definitely was a shoe at some times, and like I said, it connected all the way back to the black cement threes. So that's where the Spizzites actually came from, was the black cement threes and the fours. So like I said, Tinker Hatfield had his hands all over that. So like I said, you have to salute to that guy. Like I said, he's just a genius, especially when it comes to that. That's sick. I didn't know that. Yeah, he definitely was connected to that. Like I said, he definitely was connected to the black cement threes. Like I said, he saved Jordan brand and Nike because Jordan was about to part ways. He was about to leave. And like I said, he brought that shoe out, that black cement 3 here. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna walk over here to the sneaker closet, and I'm gonna show y'all what he brought. And like I said, this shoe right here, this one right here started it all. Like I said, without this would not be around. It would be no other Jordans if he didn't have this black cement 3. This black cement 3 was the choice of choices. Like I said, everybody had the same type of look at this shoe. Like when I first saw this shoe in 2001, I thought this was just a God-made shoe. Because like I said, this shoe was beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Like you can't go wrong with that black cement 3. You can't. So like I said, overall, man, guys, like I said, we sit here talking about Travis Scott and how things when it came to his birthday and his drop on the sneakers app. Hopefully y'all was able to cop it, because at the same time, you know, we had, like I said, overall, you know, at the same time, it's just been a good thing, especially when it comes to sneakers. And just this month of May is coming up. It's definitely gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a go-to dude. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. So hopefully y'all can be able to cop these for retail coming up. Be crazy, you know, not to get these. Like I said, these white cement fours is gonna be crazy for everything, especially when it comes to that. And it's gonna be a go-to shoe, man, for everybody. So hopefully you be able to cop these for retail, so you have to pay a whole lot of money, bro. So at the same time, you know, overall, just be ready Sneakers app will be the go-to shoe, especially when it comes to sneakers app. Hopefully, y'all can be able to get these fours. It's going to be crazy, man. I want to grab these. I know a lot of other sneakerheads as well as myself want to grab these for a good price, especially when it comes to just trying to cop these for retail. And it's gonna be a go-to, man. So hit that like button. Hopefully, everybody can be able to get these, man, because I want to get them. I secured my white cement fours early and the rare air threes. Yo, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about the rare air threes. I think the rare air threes are a solid shoe too, man. Like I said, that's a go-to shoe, especially when it comes to that. If you're into those type of shoes, and the fours are nice too, man. Like I said, that's definitely gonna be a go-to shoe too. Is coming, and it's definitely gonna be a go-to for a lot of people. You know, definitely want to get that shoe for a good price. 'Cause a lot of people sleeping on those. Like I said, they so warped into the fours, the white cement fours, they forget about the rare airs. And rare airs is a good shoe to have, man. Like I said, I definitely want it. Hello guys, hello. Welcome to the chat, man. Like I said, hit that like button. Hit that like button hard, man. It's Travis Scott Day. Like I said, it's Tinker Hatfield Day. They deserve a like button. It's their birthday, man. They are the two guys that's really holding it down. They definitely been holding it down. I still got to double up or triple up on the white cements. Oh yeah, I'm definitely doubling up on the white cement fours, man. It's definitely gonna be a go-to, especially when it comes to that. It's definitely gonna be crazy, man. It's definitely gonna be crazy. I just got my Nutty Buddy Caramel 12. So, hey, the 12s, I'm telling you, it's gonna be the move. They between 220 and 270 in Canada. Oh yeah, yeah. I say you better get them now, especially while they low, or at the same time, just be ready. Like have multiple devices. Make sure y'all have those ready, especially when it comes to that, because it's gonna be a tough release. I can promise you that there's gonna be a tough release for that white cement four, because a lot of people don't have that in their collections. I don't even have that in their collection. So if I don't have it, I know a whole lot of people don't have it. And this shoe only re-retro in 2016. So it definitely was a long time for this shoe that actually had a chance to re-retro again. So definitely be ready, man, because like I said, that's gonna be the move, man, for 2025. A lot of people won't wait. A whole lot of people gonna be coming out. People that they didn't buy shoes for 2 years, they've been waiting for this shoe to drop so they can be able to cop them. So, like I said, man, let me know, man. Let me hit the like button, man. Hit that like button for Tinker Hatfield, because, like I said, without him making that Jordan 4, we wouldn't have this craze of what we have, because it's just his design is just it's so creative. If he wanted to just bring something now, I'm telling you, a lot of people will try to grab him, and it'll be a big deal. I planned last month on skipping. He skipped. I planned last month on skipping. He jumped man jacks and grabbed the neon bubble and Air Max 95. Said, "Hey, that was a good shoe too. Like that shoe, like came and went. Like a lot of people didn't understand how that drop went, and a lot of people kind of missed it because they didn't really know about that Air Max 95 drop. Even I didn't know until like after the fact. So glad that you got those, man. Congratulations, because like I said, they only had but so many pairs of those. Hopefully they'll be able to actually re-release those, because I would glad to have a pair of those neon greens. That definitely would be in my stable. I definitely will have those if they come back around again. I'm going for the pink phones tomorrow. Oh yeah, pink phones are true too, man. Like I said, them pink phones. Oh yeah, and the pink Air Maxes. It's a women's exclusive, but the pink Air Maxes are fire too, man. Like I said, it's a lot of other fire shoes you can get, man. You don't have to always go around the hype, because there's so many other like shoes that a lot of people is not got their radar on. Definitely are fire shoes. That's like even with the LeBron 21s. Like the LeBron 21s is like that shoe. The Deion Sanders, the Prime 95s, those some fire shoes, man. Like a lot of people don't understand what the stature of just getting a nice looking shoe. And you don't have to always gotta be a Jordan or a Travis Scott, but if you could have an option B, that's your option B. Like I said, today we just sit here talking about, like I said, Travis Scott and the way how he had his drop today on sneakers. Hopefully everybody got a chance to grab those for retail. They had to pay resale for those. Like I said, the numbers, like I said, I've looked so far on StockX and Go. They really ain't going for much. Like I said, probably like $50 or $60 over retail. So it ain't really going for that much normally what they are going for right now. But definitely it's a choice. Like I said, I know a lot of people didn't want them, but I know a lot of people that did want them, because like I said, they never owned a Travis, or they just want to get it to complete some of their collection. But I own enough Travises, so it's not like I'm not too disappointed about it. Like I said, I could have got the release when he had them on his site, but like I said, I just wasn't really feeling that type of colorway like that lime green. Like it's you have to have a certain amount of an outfit to that tone that color up with that shoe. It's like neon green. You could do that with Air Maxes, but it got that gray in there. That's what neutral it down to where it's not as a off shoe. Like Travis Scott is kind of like an offshoot. So at the same time, overall, you chop. I don't understand what you're saying, man. Like I said, Travis Scott was a. I mean, you can get the shoe like if you want to do like a good trade with it. It could be a good trade bait for a shoe that you want. But if you're trying to just keep it for a personal, that's fine too. If you trying to do it just to flip it, you're not gonna get much. You probably like I said, you probably gonna get about $50 or $60. The most $70 or $80 over retail. You're not gonna get much for that shit because a lot of people wasn't really going for that. The only reason why it sold out because it wasn't a lot of pairs. It was not a lot of pairs. So, like I said, overall, his birthday today. Travis Scott birthday today. Tinker Hatfield, his birthday today. Like I said, hit that like button, man. Show them some love, man. Like I said, it's a big deal, especially when you're trying to, make it to another milestone for your birthday, and just living another day, man. That's a God blessed sin right there. Be able to obtain and have another day of life, and be able to get some more opportunity to make some more shoes. So, like I said, kudos to Travis Scott and kudos to Tinker Hatfield because they been doing their thing. Like I said. Travis Scott will be having another release soon. Like I said, I'll give y'all more information on that. Hopefully, y'all can be able to try to cop those for retail. I'm going for the Air Force Ones Black Cats coming soon. Okay, that's fine. Hey, that Black Cat move been doing pretty good too so far. Like the threes, when they restocked again on Nike, a lot of people got them. It did a slow move, but it definitely sold out. So I definitely would try to go after them. Get what you like. That's the main thing. Get what you like. That's the main thing. Shaquille O'Neal. Hey, I get that all the time, man. Hit that like button. You think I'm Shaquille O'Neal? Shaquille O'Neal will definitely love to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, Travis Scott is definitely the move, especially when it comes to that. If you don't have any, but at the same time, I would definitely, like I said, look, if you want them, get them now while you can. My next cop is going to be Undefeated Force. Yes, that's definitely going to be another stable shoe. Other than the White Cement Forest, they're definitely Undefeated. It's definitely going to be the move. Because a lot of people want that. That's a very, very high anticipated shoe. I don't say it's not as much as the White Cement Forest, but it's darn near up there, especially for that. Because a lot of people wanted the Undefeated Forest too. So definitely that's a good thing. That's definitely going to be my cop too as well, getting Undefeated Forest. But we don't really know the actual day on that. I know it's like around June-ish. So it's going to be like around that time. So we don't know for a fact if they're going to push that release or not. So we have to wait and see. But like I said, overall, I'm definitely gonna go try to cop those Undefeated Forest. So I definitely wanna definitely gonna keep that in mind. So like I said, soon we got other drops coming, man. Like I said, we got the U Imagines, the UNC's, Reimagines definitely will be dropping soon, May 10th. Definitely gonna be a go-to shoe for a lot of people. A lot of people still kind of contemplating with it because the dark, the dark sale midsole, and a lot of people didn't real care for it because it's not like the Reimagines. I'm going for the Jumpman and the Nike Tab versions. Oh yeah, I definitely go. Hey, this is gonna be a good shoe, man. Like I said, both of those gonna be a good shoe. Like I said, you gotta get them, especially right now if you get them for retail. I mean, you can pay a little bit over resale if you want to. If you think you're not for sure you're gonna cop them, but I definitely would get them. What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to the chat, man. Like I said, hit that like button, man. It's Travis Scott Day. It's Tinker Hatfield Day. It's these guys' days, man. Like I said, we just showing some love for them guys, showing what they gave us, especially when it comes to the sticker community, and just giving us what we can appreciate as we wearing them shoes that they took a lot of work and time to try to show us. So, like I said, overall, you definitely want to be mindful. Like I said, Travis Scott's will be dropping soon on Sneakers app. Thank you, man. Thank you, Gaming All Source. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Like I said, you part of the Butchering crew, man. Just stay tuned. Like I said, I got more. Hey, man, what's up, Pessy? welcome back, man. Like I said, welcome to the chat, man. Y'all part of Butchering Crew, man. Like I said, I'll just try to do more, trying to give y'all more live content, especially when it comes to new content, when it's sneakers and sneaker related content. Cause like I said, we got a lot of fire coming, man, next month. And it's definitely gonna be the go-to, especially when it comes to sneakers. Trying to cop these Jordan 4s, man, because Jordan 4 is gonna be the move right now at the moment. And a lot of people been wanting these and they want to get them. Do you think the Eminems is better than Travis Scott's? Good question. Good question. Travis Scott's, it's up there, man. Like I said, I would take Eminem though because he don't have a lot of colorways out, and I know if Eminem, the way how he is so creative with stuff, he can bring something out very, very twisted. I know Travis Scott got some twisted stuff, but Eminem got some way, way more twisted stuff than him. So, I would definitely go with Eminem. I definitely would go with Eminem. Why Black? I don't know. That's a you problem. I don't know about that situation. My man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. What's your dream sticker? My dream sticker I already had. Like I showed you guys, my Black Cement 3s. That was my dream sticker, man. I can't even go wrong with that. Just because it's an OG shoe, and at the same time, it's a timeless shoe, man. So you can't. That's definitely gonna be always a grail for somebody. Always, always. I go for my own look through Nike here and there, though, to create my own unique look. Obviously, love my Jordan 4 breads. Yes, most definitely. Sean, love it. Definitely. Like I said, that's what you got to do. You go for what you like. Don't matter what people think. This is your life. You do whatever you want to do with it, man. You rock what you like. That's what makes you happy. That's what makes you a sneakerhead, a true sneakerhead. I thought you was the rapper from Philly, bro. Hey, maybe so. You never know. It's always a lookalike. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. We got 8 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Let's show love for Travis Scott. Let's show love for Tinker Hatfield because that's their day. Give them their likes. Give them their likes. I would love a pair of Air Max or Freddy Krueger dunks. Okay, yeah, that's a good shoe, man. Both of those are good shoes. Air Max may be out of range, but you get something similar to that. Get you some Nike Adapts. I actually have some Nike Adapts, and them shoes are fire. A lot of people slept on those shoes too as well when they came out, and they don't even talk about that shoe no more. But I would definitely have that shoe to be a consolation prize of the Air Max, because Air Max kind of like out of people's range. And maybe you never know. Nike may do another raffle. It may do some type of different twist when it comes to that. You never know. You never know. Sean Snooker, world champ. Okay, I guess he's the world champ. The world champ got to hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. Show the Butchering Crew some love. Show Travis Scott some love. Show Tinker Hatfield some love, because this is their day. This is their day. We are discussing about their day, and like I said, there's definitely gonna be a lot of more silhouettes coming for sneakers, especially for Travis Scott. Tinker Hatfield definitely gonna be on the radar, especially when it comes to certain shoes. Like I said, he just brought out a lot of classes, man. We got to appreciate. Like I said, you got the Jordan 11s he brought out. He brought out the 12s. He brought out the 4s. He brought out the 3s. He brought out the 5s. All those shoes. It's staples in our homes, in our communities, and we have to appreciate these two guys. Just doing their thing and being able to have an opportunity to join with Nike and be able to obtain these and be able to give us an opportunity to just show their craft of what they've been doing. And that's where I comes to where I appreciate it. And I had to do a live so we can show them some gratitude and some appreciation what they did. For real, what's your favorite shoe? That's my favorite shoe is the Black Cement 3s. Oh, and the Cool Grade 11s. I'll say that. My Cool Grade 11s is my second favorite. I definitely do that. Now, I know a lot of people like the Concords. I know people like the Breads. But I do like my Cool Grades. These, when they first came out in 2001, when Michael Jordan was still with the Washington Wizards, these was a dangerous shoe, man. Like these, when he put these on feet, when I saw these was coming out on release day, these were a dangerous shoe, man. Like these by far is up there at the top three Jordan 11s of all time. It's that Cool Grade 11, okay? A lot of my sneakerheads, we still had this debate about what's the best 11 out there. And I think that's up there top 3. You got the Breads and you got the Concords. I don't really care for the Space Jams, but a lot of people like the Space Jams because it's targeted for the movie. But that cool gray, that's on a different level, man. Different level. Concord brands and Squish Jams. like I said, a lot of people are gonna go in the argument, especially when it comes to that. Like I said, it's in between, man. Like that's a beautiful shoe, man. Like that is a beautiful shoe. That shoe you can wear with anything. That's like with Concord. You can wear that with anything. Space Jams, it's just an all black predominant Jordan. That's all it is. All black shoes, like a black cat. There's little hits of blue. That's all it is, and a clear midsole. That's it. It's not like something you gonna see vice versa. Cool gray, you walk past like, wow, that shoe is like, wow, like all that. This is it's gonna hit. After that, gammas and cap and gals. Now the gammas, now that's a different level. Now the gammas definitely will be dropping it. In holiday season in December, I am copping 2 of those bad boys. I got the gammas. I can show you that right now. I'm show y'all the gammas. So y'all want to talk about the gammas? We gonna talk about the gammas. Like the gammas are a staple too. A lot of people slept on these when they came out, but these were the truth too, man. These gammas was the truth. And I'm so happy that they about to bring these back out again for 2025. Definitely gonna be copping 2 more pairs, because when these came out in like around 2013, those was the move, guys. Those was the move. So, like I said, that was a good shoe to have brought out, especially with that hand of blue in there. So, I can't wait until December. They're definitely gonna be the move. But like I said, the cool gray 11s, those up there, top 3, especially because of the best Jordan 11s of all time is the cool grays. So like I said, but overall, my black cement 3s are the best. Those are the best Jordans that has ever been created. Is those black cement 3s. Them Taxi 12 is going to move. Also holiday season. Oh yeah, those gonna move too, because I definitely don't own the taxis. I definitely will get those because I missed those out in 2016. They had this last time those retroed again. I definitely gonna cop those. But hopefully they bring out the French blues too, because I had the French blue 12s, which I'll show y'all those. I'll show y'all those. They talking about those supposed to be coming out too on around the end of this year, 2025. Are these the French blue 12s. Now these gonna be the move too. A lot of people don't really understand how, with this colorway, because they so used to just the regular OG colorway. This was part of that collection too, with these French blues. So these definitely, hopefully they bring these out. I'm copping these too. There's gonna be a double up. It's definitely gonna be a double up. Between that and the flute. Well, I already got the flute game, so I don't need nothing else but the taxis and those French blue 12s. That's all I need. But like I said, overall, we just sit here talking about Tinker Hatfield, and like I said, with Travis Scott, it's definitely going to be the move soon, especially on sneakers. He just had his drop earlier today, for the drop for his birthday. Like I said, it's definitely going to be a crazy release for these 4s coming out in May, man. It's going to be crazy. I need those. I skipped the Blueberry 12. The Blueberry 12 is hard, man. Believe it or not, I saw them on hand. It's definitely hard, man. You definitely don't want to count those out, because it's definitely gonna be the move, especially when it comes to those, man. Like I said, a lot of people slept on those, but believe it or not, they didn't have really a lot of those at all. They didn't drop a lot of those. So believe it or not, if you get a chance to cop those, you better hold on to them, because they not releasing those no more. That was the one and done, because they ain't really want to drop that colorway. But Jordan and Nike brand, they went on ahead and said, let's go see what's gonna happen with this, and boom. See how fast it went. Those flew out of here. And then when they did a restock, they only had like maybe 200 pairs. Literally 200 pairs. Like they just threw it out there like, okay, we just gonna tease them. Instant sellout. So like I said, I wouldn't sleep on those 12s and Blueberry 12s. They definitely moved. So what's your favorite color shoe? The gray, man. Gray goes with everything. Everything. That's why I said Cool Gray 11s was my favorite. And then, like I said, black. I mean, you can go with black and red. I mean, who don't like black and red? It's Chicago colors. Like I said, you can go with that. That go with anything. Like you can't go wrong with that colorway. I mean, once you go into getting all the fancy colors, like blue, psycho blue, and all that craziness. That's when you gotta figure out what you gotta put to it. Yellow. It's kind of hard trying to put a lot of those together, because it's not a neutral down color. So you gotta find something to go with that. So, like I said, it's gonna be a crazy release next month, man. Like I said, these gonna be crazy. These White Cement 4 is gonna be the business. Like I said, you got the rare air packs is coming. You know, it's Jordan giving us and Nike is giving us what we want. So we can't complain, man. Like I said, they've been doing it since February. They've been giving everything what we want. So we can't complain. We got, and then last year we ended up getting the reimagined threes, so they gave opportunities for people to get the threes. So it was crazy. I was trying to get the Donkey Kongs and Golden Eye Air Maxes N64 Special Edition. Me too, man. I was trying to go after those. Those sold out quick too because once people found out how limited those pairs was, everybody was on it. Like if it was a wildly spread amount of pairs, it wasn't sold as fast as it did. But it was at the time when they found out it was so limited. It's probably like it was like 2 or 3 days before the release. Once people found out how many limited they was, instant sellout, and that's the same thing went with the 007 ones. They instantly sell out once they found out how limited they was, and you know. Maybe you never know. Nike might not be done with those, so they'll never sell out. So they might do that later down the line, maybe in November. Maybe do that as a early access. You never know, man, because Nike never sells out, and they definitely gonna have pairs around. They got them around somewhere. They just don't want us to know. But like I said, today we just talking about, like I said, Tinker Hatfield and how things is going with him, especially when it comes to his designs and his legacy and what he been doing for us, and he been doing great with that. I spent like 4 on the Bread 85s only for them to be coming out in holiday season again. Yeah, I mean, if you truly wanted them, that's fine, man. Like I definitely won't be disappointed if you got them because that's what you wanted. You got the Bread 85s. Hey, that's a perfect thing to have. It's definitely a perfect thing to have. And you know, if you don't have just a regular Bread 85 or just a mid, you know, I got the mids, I got the lows, the reverse breads. You know, it's the same type of shoe. You know, they try to hype it up, but you know the cut is different because it's almost the cut like the regular 85 dunks. But is it really worth paying a whole lot of money for those? Not really, in my personal opinion, because you know they always gonna bring that type of colorway out. They always will. They always gonna be a Bread. There's always gonna be a Chicago, or it's gonna be some type of UNC colorway. Always. That's just how Nike rolls with a lot of shoes, you know. And you just have to be patient and wait until when they drop them. But I would keep them. I mean, I wouldn't worry about it. You know, like I said, we already know they're gonna be limited, so we're not worrying about the fact that because they dropping the same colorways, we worried about how limited it's going to be. So you got your pair, so you already secured. Did you grab the reimagined fast here? I tried. I took 2 L's on those. Literally took 2 L's on those. I tried on the Nike app. I messed up because I didn't use my Apple Pay, and that's where I messed up at, and I kind of struck out on that. But it's okay. I mean, if I got to go back and pay resale for those, that's fine. I'd rather do that and just take the L, go ahead and pay for them, then wait till they go up more up in price and they be unattainable. So, you know, for anybody that copped them, hey, congratulations. You know, like I said, you know, you got them from retail. Hey, y'all won. Y'all the true ones and won that. So, like I said, myself, I gotta try to see if they can restock. Maybe Nike restock, maybe Dick's Real restock again, because they did theirs twice already. So we just have to just wait and see what they're gonna do. But like I said, overall, Tinker Hatfield today, you know, Travis Scott too as well. They did their thing today, man. Breads Breads on sale at Foot Locker Canada right now if anyone interested. Oh wow. Well, I mean, talk to this guy here. You know, you want to get the breads. You know, they said he on sale. Not selling in the States though, but hey, talk to this guy right here. Like I said, if you trying to get him, like I say overall, Travis Scott's definitely had his day today, and like I said, Tinker Hatfield had his day today. To try to cop these Travis Scott T-Rex, that's what he called them, and then he had Tinker Hatfield, you know, celebrate his life, you know, him giving us these designs and these creations and what he gave us to where we could be able to enjoy them. So, you know, and it's a good thing, man. You know, you don't see a lot of this stuff every day. You know, good sneaker content creators, or you know, just let alone just making creations of type of models like that to be able to just to look at every day at your closet, your sneaker closet. Like, man, that man did a heck of a job by making these shoes to convince Michael Jordan to wear these on the court and to bring it all the way home to us for us to give the opportunity to wear them. You know, that's power, man. That's power, and you got to show Tinker Hatfield some love for that because it takes a lot of intelligence to be able to woo somebody over to be able to do that. And you gotta show him the respect where it deserves that. And he deserves it. Like hats off to him. And like I said, hopefully, maybe they do a special thing maybe tomorrow for his birthday. Or I thought they made it did something for him today, but other than they had Travis Scott, so they probably didn't want to do it too big, make the website crash. It would have been crazy if they did something like they did like a restock on the Concords, or they just did like a early access on Concords, and it would have been crazy. It would have went bananas. It definitely would bananas. Tinker Hatfield created timeless classics that is still worn almost 40 years later. Yeah, like I said, it's a timeless shoe, man. Like I said, with the Black Cement threes, it's a timeless shoe. And like I said, it's just you have to appreciate it. Then you just buying the shoe and what's in the box. You got to go behind the scenes how that shoe was made and who was behind it. Who was the face of that creation? And Tinker Hatfield was the face of that. And you have to show the love where it needs to be, especially for what he does. And that's his day to day. And every year we always celebrate it because it's just for me being a sneakerhead and you guys out there being a sneakerhead. We wear their design and their timeless and their timeless time and energy that they put into these shoes to where we can get them and be able to have them on our feet. And it's like, wow, like how can he make that? Still waiting on my SB Dunk lows and Travis Scott's. Such a nice, good looking. Oh yeah, that's definitely a nice, good. It's a pricey shoe, but it's a good looking shoe. Like glad you got a copy, be able to get those. Hey, definitely a go to. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Just show some love, like I said, for Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott, man. This is their day. Make sure y'all show some love. Hit the like button for them. They definitely deserve it. Especially they giving us what they've been giving us for these past 40 years and just giving us what we asking for. And kudos to Nike is keeping their name in vain to where we can be able to appreciate it, because that's where it's about. You gotta appreciate it. I doubted I doubled up last November on the Black Cement threes. It was only right. Of course, like I said, that shoe created a lot of doors to open up for a lot of people, and people don't understand that because that shoe saved a lot of people's jobs and lives. I'm telling you, that shoe right there saved a lot of people's lives. Um, they should re-release the Tinker threes. Oh, I agree. I actually don't have a pair of those. Actually, years back, I looked at them and I should have got them while they were still low on price, and I should have got them because now it's hard to try to get them now on GOAT or Stock X because their shoes is up there in price, and just for them having that just to collab with just his name, and also just him having that that Jordan 3 setup, and and even just with the Justin Timberlakes, like the Justin Timberlake threes. Oh, I wish I could have them, man. Like that's so up there in price, man. Like right now, I know he got on sneakers, some GOAT, some golf looking Justin Timberlake collab. I'm thinking like $500. I'm like, Justin Timberlake, you crazy for that. You was crazy for that. But I get it, cause I mean, Justin Timberlake he's the man when it comes to stuff. When it comes to Jordan brand, and Nike gonna give him what he wants. So that's why he up there upload on sneakers. Cop them for 150 still. Oh yeah, like I said, that's definitely was a steal compared to was right now. Right now it's up there of like $300 or $400, maybe five, maybe touching five right now. Cause like I said, that shoe, a lot of people didn't really care for it. It slept on. It actually hit outlets. It was slept on. Now everybody want to try to go back and reach back and try to get them, and they hard to obtain now because they're up there. They're definitely up there. I want the DJ Khaled's. We the best threes. Both red and blue pair. Oh yeah, that's a good shoe too, and the fives. Like my brother-in-law, he had the fives. He had a whole bunch of those fives too. A lot of people dumped those because it was so many pairs, and like I said, all the bots didn't really make no money off the resale because it was that color, that Florida pinkish color, and they dumped them shoes because they wasn't no value to it to their eyes, so it didn't hold value. So they gave us sneakerheads the opportunity to obtain those. So definitely, it's a good shoe to have, man, especially for DJ Khaled shoe. That's a collab too as well. Hopefully, DJ Khaled may do something too. He ain't done with Jordan brand yet, so we got some shoes coming up soon, man. Like I said, we just have to be patient. That hopefully they'll release them and be able to get them for a good price because that's where it's at. Hi, I just want to let you know you are and wonderfully made. Jesus looked at the world and knew it needed one of you. I pray that you will seek the Lord. Oh, you God bless. Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm just going around showing small creators some kindness. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Show me some love, man. Like I said, me being a small content creator, I'm just trying to just get to 4K. It definitely would be a great honor to have you guys like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, man. Because like I said, I'm just a real content creator, man. I'm no gimmicks over here, man. I'm just trying to just show y'all some love, show y'all back. I don't ignore y'all. I respond to everybody, especially you guys, especially because y'all taking the time to come see my videos, and let alone taking the time in your lives to come watch my videos. So I definitely appreciate it, man. Show some love. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Show us some love, like and comment and subscribe. Keep pushing, keep grinding, keep positive mindset, and never lose focus on your goals. Let no one stop you, not even haters. Just know I've been there and got your back. Okay, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, and everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, it's an awesome crew. Like I said, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, it's not easy being a content creator. It's just, you got to put time into it, but I love to put time to it, especially when we sit here talk about sneakers. It's definitely the move. I love it. I've been doing it for many years since I was in high school, and still do it to this day, and it's just going relived in my kids, and they love it too, man. It's definitely a good positive feedback, especially with you guys and just everything in general. Love collecting, but nothing beats the old trusty black low Air Force Ones every day. Here we go. Yeah, man. You want to wear the Air Force Ones? We hear the story about those, but at the same time, you wear what you like. Like I said, just do it responsibly, but you wear what you like. Like I said, so that's always been my motive. You wear what you like, because that's where it's at, especially when it comes to trying to just wear what you like, man, because that's your money. You spend your money, you do what you want, do what you want to do it. Is it stupid to be a content creator without a goal? Not really. I mean, when you first hit the video, being a content creator, I mean, you really don't really have a goal. You just trying to just upload a video, see how you gonna look when you doing a video, and then eventually you start doing another video, then you start doing 5 videos, then you start doing 10, and then once you get to 100, and then your subscribers come, and then you get a lot of likes, and it's a domino effect, and then you be here 5 years later like me and still being a content creator. So definitely not stupid. It's not. It's definitely not. What's your favorite Travis Scott Nike Jordan collab? My favorite one probably the mochas. The mochas, those was a fire shoe. Just with that colorway and the hits, to where that shoe can go pretty much with anything. That definitely was a great collab. And the fragments. The fragments was good too. With the white and blue, the highs. I mean, the lows was good too. But a lot of people kind of was hating on the highs, but you don't see the highs lately. You see the lows a lot more than you see the highs. So definitely the mochas will be the best collab, especially with Jordan brand. So that's what put him in the stable to where he is today. Is that actually those two shoes, the mochas, people went crazy over it. They was fighting for that shoe because everybody wanted that shoe. Like, that shoe was so different with the backward swoosh. It was different, and a lot of people would want. That's what they want. They want something that's different, but not snatched away as the OG. And that's what pretty much what Travis Scott did. He just took that shoe and twisted a little bit and kept it OG to where it's not gonna turn away from Jordan brand, to where they're not getting their sales, and they partnered and made a masterpiece. And that shoe was a masterpiece. So, like I said, Travis Scott did his thing by making that shoe and Jordan brand. You gotta give him the credit where it's done. And at the same time, Tinker Hatfield had a piece of that, because you gotta think about it. He made a Jordan 1 too. So you gotta show the love where it's due at, man. Especially when it comes to that. Them guys are doing what they doing. And it's other creators out here as well. It's just myself. It's like to talk about sneakers and stuff like that, but they're not gonna sit here and be truthful and not, be in a normal outfit or in a normal wear and just talk to you guys. Just a normal conversation, especially when it comes to just shoes. Like, you see so much hatred and all this stuff around this world, and that's all you see, and that's not where it's at. We got to go up to stuff like this to where we can lift each other up, and at the same time we can enjoy what we talk about, and that's sneakers. And sneakers is a lot of escape goats for a lot of us. Like, for myself, I come down here sometimes and I just stare at my collection. I'm sure y'all do it at times, just to get away from the troubles from the world, and it just give you that peace of mind. And that's where it's at, and that's what makes you a true sneakerhead. And like I said, and it wouldn't be without those two guys. And Jordan, to be able to obtain it so we can have this looks and we can look at our collection because they're the ones created all this. So we have to give them respect where it's due. So like I said, Travis Scott, it's this day to day, man. We gotta say happy birthday to him, man. Like I said, hit that like button, show him some love. Tinker Hatfield, and show him some love. It's his birthday today. You know, like I said, I'm sure they having a great day today because you know that's their day, it's their life, and we have to celebrate it just like we celebrate our own lives. So everybody matters. So at the same time, you know, just be mindful that these releases going to be crazy next month, especially in the month of May. We got these white cement fours, so definitely will be dropping soon. Like I said, I'm gonna try to double up on that pair. Hopefully, y'all gonna try to double up on that pair. We're gonna try to just do some more resources, try to see. Hello, welcome to the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. Like I said, we're gonna try to double up on this shoe. Like I said, I'm gonna give you all the resources what you need. So as you're trying to find these shoes, going to different types of foot sites. So where you gotta do raffles and draws, so where we can be able to get these for retail. So we don't have to go to the bots or the resellers and pay $100 over retail, because that's what they're gonna do. They definitely gonna do a big thing, especially with that shoe. They wait for those to drop, so because they know they about to make some profit on that shoe, because they know a lot of people want that shoe. Like I said, a lot of people that ain't been outside for a while, they gonna come out for this shoe. I promise you that. I didn't go for it, but did you hit on the last Travis Scott one of those? No, I actually took an L on those too, man. I definitely took an L. Like I said, once the bots and stuff get to it, man, it's hard to try to get them, man. If you ain't got a bot system, you know, you just got to pray to the sneaker guys and, you know, have multiple devices to where you can be able to try to get these for a better chance. Because, you know, these bots are getting stronger and they're getting smart. So they trying to figure out how to get them out of people's checkout lines and getting them out of their carts. And we be SOL on a lot of these shoes, but Nike is working too, and they trying to do better. Hello. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all coming in the chat, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. It's for you guys right now. Hit that like button. Like I said, is there a bad in here because no, it's not bad. Come in, join the butchering crew. We sitting here talking about Travis Scott. That's what it's about, man. I hit on all Travis one lows last year. Canary mochas, medium hours for retail. Oh yeah, you had a heck of a year. You hit on those. Any Travis Scotts is definitely a hard thing to get, man. Especially because of trying to obtain them for retail is definitely hard. I had no idea about the rep for Black Forces until I got there. My friend sent me a pic of a female. Yeah, as I said, I mean, if you want to wear them, that's fine. I mean, we got still hear that same story about those Black Forces. They hold a stable somewhere, but it's still a Nike shoe, so we gotta respect it. We have to respect it. Like I said, just use it responsibly. Use the shoe responsibly. But like I said, overall, man, guys, man, hit that like button, man. Show some love. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, man. Like I said, overall, like I said, we just sitting here talking about Travis Scott and his birthday and Tinker Hatfield for his birthday. It's definitely, you know, those two powerhouses definitely been doing their thing, especially when it comes to the sneakers app and just trying to give us the shoes that we want. And I said, we got also, too, we got the white cement fours will be dropping around May 24th, so be ready for that because it's definitely going to be a go-to shoe, especially when it comes to obtaining these because, like I said, a lot of people going to be doubling up. They're going to try to triple up because, like I said, we don't know if they're going to read retro again. So you want to make sure what's going on. Yo. Make sure you hit that like button. Show some love. Show some love in the chat, man. Like I said, we just sitting here talking about Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield, all the accomplishments, what they did so far, especially for the community. And hopefully they get Travis Scott another collab. Like I said, I know Fragment is they're on their way trying to do another collab with him. So we just got to wait and see what they're going to do. That's right. Hit that like button. Tell them, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Did like and subscribe. First thing I done. Thank you. I thank you. Appreciate you, Irish D-I-Lo, if I said it right. Thank you for subscribing. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for joining the butchering crew. Like I said, I'm going to give y'all more info, especially when it comes to just these drops. And also, like I said, when it comes to sneakers app and just any drops that's coming out, definitely going to have the info for y'all. Just be ready for that. JD Sports Finish Line Exclusive Access be the first route to retail does. Possibly, you just got to look out for the email because sometimes JD be kind of fishy, especially when it comes to their early access. So you have to sit there and keep refreshing it, and hopefully you get it before 9 o'clock before they actually have the actual exclusive access. So like I said, that's definitely gonna be under your belt too as well to have, especially you're trying to get more entries in, especially with certain releases, especially these white cement fours. You definitely gotta have to do that because It's definitely gonna be a crazy release, especially for that, man. I know it's gonna be crazy because, like I said, you got a lot of people they're gonna come out. They ain't bought shoes for years. They're gonna come out and get these fours. I promise you that. And they definitely gonna have a full size family run, so they'll be having enough for the little ones too as well. So it's definitely gonna be a big release, man. So like I said, I wouldn't sleep on this release because they definitely gonna be moving for these. Like I said, they already did an early release on these in Washington D.C. and a lot of people already drove miles. They drove hours to try to go there and try to get these. So many times it happens too fast. You trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on your dreams and past. You must fight to keep them alive. Oh yeah, most definitely. You gotta fight and hit that like button, man. Make sure you fight, hit that like button, show some love. Subscribe to the channel, man. Like I said, definitely gotta show some love to Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield, cause that's this their day. We just here talking sneakers, talking about how their accomplishments and what they had done so far for the community and just for many generations to come. I don't got shoes much no more. Mine last 2 does with the SB Navy fours and Velvet to the Travis Scott. So, hey, that's a win right there. A lot of people didn't even just get the SB fours or let alone the Velvet Travis Scott low. So that was a win-win, man. Congrats to you. Roots Tab, hey, thumbs up, man. Thumbs up. Hit that long thumbs up, man. My favorite kind of shoes is Michael Jordan's. Of course. That's a lot of people's shoes. A lot of favorite Michael shoes. I love Jordans. Like I said, I like Tinker Hatfield. He's the master maker behind the Jordans. You know, like I said, without him, it would be never be a Jordan. Like I said, that Black Cement 3 saved a lot of people's jobs, man. I'm telling you, it saved a lot of people's jobs. And people probably had that. That's Nike employee. You got that in their home because they're going to make sure that's a reminder that shoe saved their job. So, like I said, overall, man, like I said, just hit that like button. There's 3 people in the chat. Hopefully, it's more than that, but hit that like button, man. Show us some love. Show some love for Travis Scott. Show some love for Tinker Hatfield, because, like I said, that's their day today, and we have to show them some love, man. Like I said, Travis Scott has been doing his thing, man, for the sneakers app, and you just don't want to miss out on a good thing, especially when it comes to these creations, because once they're gone, especially Tinker Hatfield, that design gonna go with him. And you know, it's not gonna be hard, man. It's not gonna be hard to see something like that. I traded my Yoto Horizontal Mecha Dunks for the white cement fours for a woman that got All-Star Weekend access back in February. Okay, well, hey, you already got super early, so you already locked in. You definitely got locked in. I would have traded them too. I mean, Dunks Dunks are now becoming a phase now of the past now. If it's not really a collab anymore, especially when it comes to that, a lot of people ain't really buying Dunks anymore. Like a lot of people, a lot of the resellers, they've been dumping a lot of these Dunks. Like look what happened to the Panda Dunks. Those just skyrocketed. It was almost $300 around COVID time 2020. Look where they now. They just barely hitting retail because a lot of people it's oversaturated. Like literally that Panda Dunk was released. Literally was released 19 times. Literally 19 times on there. Like that's crazy, you know. It's crazy that the shoe can be so iconic, but let alone could be a failure for a lot of for the resellers. What's your favorite skin on Fortnite? Travis Scott. I like Travis Scott. Travis Scott. His Fortnite intro was excellent compared to like. I mean, I liked that, and I liked it. Ariana Grande's. That was a good one too. My first Air Forces were brown with the red swoosh high tops last year's until I got a dog. Well, I mean, the dog could be a little bit better, or you did that so the dog don't eat the shoe. So I would, but might not have did that, but at the same time, you know, the dog ain't nothing wrong having a dog. Oh, it's good to have a good friend around. And the dog is a great friend to have around. My favorite is the Black Knight and the Red Knight and Skull Trooper. Okay, Skull Trooper is a stable. They definitely, I'll take that. I'll take Skull Trooper. You know, Skull Trooper is a lot of fan fave, especially on Fortnite. I have 6 dogs. Hey, yeah, you got a whole crowd. You got a whole team. You got a whole team, Bryce. Like I said, it's nothing wrong having dogs. Like I said, it's a collection. It's a collection of love. Just like we have a collection of love with sneakers. You know, they might not talk back, or bark back, but you know, it's a show. It's a show of love. Chew them up. Chew them up good. He gonna have his shoes around. He gonna try to hide those. Like I said, man, hit that like button, man. Show some love, man. We almost at 30 likes, man. Hit that like button, man. Show some love to Tinker Hatfield. Show some love to Travis Scott, man. Like I said, he definitely been doing his thing by doing his designs and his collabs, especially with just Nike and Jordan. And they been doing their thing. Got bit by a stinking dog. Well, I'm sorry that it happens, man. I definitely don't want nothing bad to happen to you, but make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button. Maybe say you're not getting bit by another dog. But like I said, make sure you subscribe too. But like I said, Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott, it's their day today. It's their birthday today. We gotta show love to them. They've been doing so much for us, especially as a sneaker community, and definitely just giving us the branding that we want, especially when it comes to a lot of things, especially when it comes to just the Jordan designs and Nike designs. What's your thoughts on the new Jordan 4 shape redesign? Oh, excellent. Excellent. Especially with the comfort. They need to keep that. They better not mess that up. Cause I know how Nike is. They'll have something good and they'll mess it up. Nope. Leave it the way it is. Especially with the SB. Leave it in the reimagined. Leave it alone. Do not mess with it. They've been doing excellent with it. I can't breathe. Hey, hopefully you can get that better, man. I don't want you to I don't want you to not breathing, but hit that like button and help you breathe a little bit more and subscribe. Join the butchering crew. Definitely, we got 3 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Make sure y'all show some love to Travis Scott and show some love for Tinker Hatfield. Because like I said, them 2 guys are powerful right now, especially Tinker Hatfield. He may be powerful just for the designs, but Travis Scott is powerful because of the generation he created for these shoes. And you got to give him some credit. You got to give him credit. You got to give him some credibility. What is your favorite game to play? I like playing like a lot of fighting games. This is Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. I like playing Resident Evil. That's my go-to game there. Final Fantasy, that's definitely my go-to game there. So I like a lot of games. I'm a little gamer here and there, but I play it when I can. Reimagine Forest or OG Suede Bread Forest. Whew. For somebody that got both, which one would I take? Well, I gotta go be OG over everything. So I definitely gonna take the OG Bread Forest. I had to take that. That's OG. Without that, you wouldn't have the Reimagined Forest. So you gotta show love for the OG. OG over everything. That's always been the saying. My go-to game is Resident Evil. Oh yeah, like I said, Bryce, Resident Evil always been a generational game too as well. That's up there like with Tinker Hatfield when it comes to designs. Going to cop some Naya soon, hopefully too. Well, hey, go for that, man. That's a good shoe too, man. That's a really good shoe, man. Like I said, you got a lot of shoes that came out, like the Allie Mays. Hopefully, Allie May bring out another collab with the Jordan brand. Hopefully, there's other collabs is gonna be one of them to do some more with Jordan brand. Just Jordan is trying to bring their sales back up, but not trying to do too much. It's going to hurt them at the long run. So that's why they're trying to shorten down on the volume of the shoes, trying to make them more limited to where it's going to help the resellers. It's going to help them too at the same time. Taker also designed Air Max 1, Air Max 90, and Huarache. Oh, yeah, most definitely. He definitely made the stable for those too as well. And it's definitely a stable for the community, especially Air Max 1s. What's good, Xavier? Make sure you hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Join the butchering crew. You definitely are needed here. Like I said, he definitely made Air Max 1s and Air Max 90s. Those definitely a perfect shoe. Definitely a comfortable shoe to wear. Like I said, I own a few pairs of Air Max 90s. Air Max 1s. I'll show y'all some Air Max 1s with Tinker design. He designed these, y'all. He designed these right here. These Air Max 1s right here. He designed these. This was a cool gray. Like I said, gray is my color. This is a great shoe, man. A great shoe to have, man. Like I said, this is a good shoe. Like, I love this shoe, man. Like, this is a shoe you can wear every day, you know. Like I said, you gotta appreciate it. You gotta appreciate Tinker Hatfield, what he does. You gotta appreciate it. Guys, made it to 30, man. Let's hit it up to 40, man. I've been on this live for 7 minutes, man. I was able to secure 2 retail pairs of Nigel Successor 4s this year. Hey, congratulations, man. That's the win of the year right there, just hitting on 2 of those. A lot of people didn't hit on those Nigels, man. I even hit those Nigels, so I envy you for those Nigels. Xavier, like and subscribe. That's right. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. We made it to 30 likes. We got to hit it to 40 likes, man. That's it there, man. For Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott, we should have been at 100. We got to get there at 50. We got to at least get to at least 50, at least 40 likes. That's why I asked for 40 likes. The Huaraches and Jordan 7 both have the same slip-on design. Oh, yeah, definitely slip-on design. Like I said, Jordan 7s definitely was a staple in my collection, too. I had the Bordeaux, which I still have. And at the same time, the Bordeaux, and I had the Olympics. But I don't have my Olympics no more because they was kind of like getting old, and I didn't want a chance to separate, so I ended up trading them at Sneaker Con. Got a kid wanted them. I traded them for some Royal Sixes. Oh, you talking about my clock? My clock right there. My LeBron clock. My wife bought me that for SneakerCon. They got all the models of all the Jordan. All the LeBrons from 1 through 12. And then that's my Supreme sign right there. Y'all see my Optimus Prime right there, my Goku, and y'all see my Mountain Dew right there. And I got my little gaming setup right there. Got a little stuff going on. I like your Transformer back there in the background. Like I said, I got Optimus Prime right there. That's the truth right there, Optimus Prime. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff going, man. Like I said, I collect a lot of stuff, especially when it comes to Funko Pops. And like I said, I got that channel too, man. So y'all hit that link. Go to Funkos and Kicks. Funkos and Kicks 216. That's my other channel when I do a lot of my Funko Pop content. If y'all into like, toys and stuff like that, I have a lot of stuff like that on my channel too as well. Only 7s I got is the new Sheriffs and Trophy Room 7s. Trophy Room 7s was a sleeper, man. It definitely was a sleeper. A lot of people didn't really care for it because of what the patchwork it had around it. But a lot of people slept on that shoe a lot. I mean, a lot of people did get them, but a lot of people didn't get them because they wasn't like a 7 person like that. Like me, I like 7s, but I don't. There's only certain 7s I like. And like I said, I like the Bordeaux and the Olympics, and then the Raptors. Those probably like the go-to 7s. I would definitely get. In the 8s, I'll get the Bugs Bunny, which we will be talking about soon about that because I think next year they're definitely gonna bring out the Bugs Bunny 8. So hopefully they'll bring those out. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. My wife said go subscribe. Make sure you also go subscribe to her channel too. Jenna vs. Life. Go subscribe to her channel. You from Cleveland is the Thuggers. yeah, pretty much. I'm 216. Y'all see the Cavaliers hoodie. Y'all see it. That's right. We number 1. We in the second round in the playoffs. Y'all already know what it is. Like I said, Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott is definitely the move, especially when it comes to try to get these for retail, because it's going to be a interesting release next month, man, for sneakers out for these white cement 4s. White cement 4s is going to be the move, man. I'm telling y'all have no clue. Have you caught some shoes from exhibition? Yes, I definitely have. I know some people from exhibition, so the good people, definitely they're gonna have releases, especially on, like I know soon, for the reimaginings. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that, because I definitely will not have more information, especially when it comes to that. I know they're gonna post something probably on Instagram, so just make sure y'all follow them on Instagram so y'all can stay on the updates with that particular release. Because I think for sure they're gonna drop those on. I'm sure they're gonna get them. I know they're gonna get them, but and I don't know how many pairs, but I know they're gonna get them. Like I said, man, Tinker Hatfield, like I said, Travis Scott, it's their birthdays today. Like I said, we just showing pretty much on here, just showing some love, man, because them two powerhouses been doing their thing. And kudos to Nike and Jordan Brand. They just giving us, they just putting their ingredients in there to where they making this come to life. And without them 3 people, without those 3 statures of the community, it wouldn't have what we have right now. We have our collection, so we have to be mindful of those 2 people or 3, and with Nike is doing their thing, especially when it comes to releasing these shoes. I used to shop there at Sugar Square when there was more on the clothing side. Well, it wasn't exhibition. It actually was called Next. Next was over there, and it wasn't exhibition. The only exhibition that I know that's still around was one in Coventry, and then it's one on West 25th. That's the only 2 exhibitions I know is currently active, open right now. Like I said, Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield been doing their thing, especially like I said, just with Air Maxes. Air Max is definitely a stable, man. Like, definitely gotta have an Air Max in your collection. If you don't have a Jordan, you definitely gotta have an Air Max. Like, an Air Max is definitely a go-to. Like, if you're a true sneakerhead, you're gonna have an Air Max in your collection. Like, that's just a go-to. And they not as expensive as they usually be. Like, Air Maxes used to be up there with Jordans, man. They used to be almost $200. They used to be up there. Now they brought down the price point to where it's affordable and it's a little bit under $100. Like, you can go to some of these outlets and you can get it for dirt cheap, and you gonna have to break the bank by buying an Air Max. And like I said, you know, you have to be a really true Air Max fan at that time when they was up there in price. It was like almost like 180 with tax. It was up there with almost with Jordan. It actually was almost actually they was more than Jordans, to be actually. They was way more than Jordans back then. Like 20 some years ago, Air Max was way more than Jordans. But at the same time, just the wave of Jordans starting to resurface back over, and a lot of people were starting to get them because they had the craze of the Jordan ones, and then you had the his documentary that came out. You know, that came out, that made a big deal, especially because of Jordan ones and everything else skyrocketing when he did the Last Dance, and everything just pretty much was holding up this value there, and then once it like dwindled it down, was Nike was pretty much was oversaturating these shoes, and a lot of people wasn't feeling Jordan ones no more. And people want now, they want the comfort. They want the comfort now. Air Max culture is big overseas in the UK. Oh yeah, I know. Most definitely. I know that for a fact because I know a lot of content creators, that's all they talk about is Air Maxes. Air Maxes and New Balances. That's all they talk about. Asics here and there, but New Balance and Air Maxes, that's all they talk about. And like I said, man, Air Maxes are a good staple here too in the States. But at the same time, you know, we always religiously go for Jordan and Kobe Bryant. That's all we usually go for. That's always in our eyes is those two right there. And like I said, even that too, we got a Kobe coming up soon. A GG collab. It's definitely gonna be a good shoe to have, especially if you're a Kobe fan. And it's definitely gonna be a sellout. So that's definitely gonna be a shoe up there too on sneakers. It's already uploaded on there. If y'all want to go check it out, go check it out because it's definitely a good looking shoe. Definitely a good looking shoe. But like I said, it's, you know, Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott, they just been doing their thing, especially with these collabs. Like I said, we got Fragments. They definitely gonna have another shoe coming soon. Oh yeah, I saw the Slim Shade 3s. Like I said, we was just talking about Eminem. But we don't know what Eminem gonna do, man. We gonna see what he gonna do, cause we don't know. He may drop them, he may not. He like to tease too sometimes, like he did with the Forest. You know, he teased us and he made them very limited. So a lot of people only took L's on it, or let alone we had to pay a significant amount of money to get those, or trade a lot of shoes for those. So we'll see what Eminem gonna do. Back in the day, only women had a shoe collection. Uh, somewhat. At the same time, most guys in the especially back in the 80s and 90s, we was more into cars and all that. We had more of a car collection, cars and memorabilia more than shoes. Shoes starting to car rocket like around the 90s, especially when we saw our superstars. And at the same time, you know, we saw them, we got influenced by wearing those, and rappers, they started to wear them, and it's just that definitely was a staple back then, especially in the 90s. It definitely was a staple. I might be interested in Funko Talk. I got some. I'm unloading. I got Marvel Gold Collection. Ever heard of Infinity Lexor? Very iffy on them. Shoes come from Stock X Verified and pair MIA. Yes, I'm definitely interested in hearing about that collection, especially when it comes to Funko Pops, because I got a lot of Funko Pops, and like I said, I definitely get deep in conversation with that. So like I said, go ahead over there, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification so you'll be stay tuned, because I definitely will be doing more lives over there too as well. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, like I said, you know, a lot of us guys, our dads and grandpas, they weren't thinking about no kicks like that unless they was playing basketball. Then they was more interested in that. But other than that, you know, they was more into, like I said, cards and sports memorabilia and stuff. They was more into that to try to have as a collection. Sneakers starts, like I said, starts spurring, scorching off like in the late 90s. That's when a lot of guys started getting into it because they were doing more marketing then. I mean, they had a lot of marketing in the 80s, but it was a heck of a lot of marketing in the 90s, especially when it came to sneakers. But like I said, Tinker Hatfield and Travis Scott, it's their birthday today. Like I said, we got to hit that like button, show them some love. Like I said, they've been doing a good thing, especially when it comes to the sneaker community. And they've been doing a nice thing, especially just giving us what we want. Nike been giving us what we want for the past 2 years. We can't complain. You know, like I said, they've been giving us the Kobe's. We got to shout out to Vanessa Bryant, too, Kobe Bryant's wife. She been giving us the blessings to where she was giving us these pairs of Kobe's, even though, you know, rest in peace to him and Gigi. You know, they can't live this legacy of having their shoes, so we have to live through their shoes. And, you know, we have to show love to that. at the same time, that's where it's at. You know, make sure you like and hit that subscribe button, man. Show the Butcher crew that you have love for just for Kobe and Gigi, Travis Scott, and Tinker Hatfield. We gotta show love to all of them because they the ones that brought a lot of fire to our community and showed us a lot of community and showed us love, man. Kicks always been a been big in the dope boys culture before it became worldwide. Yeah, like I said, usually like I said, a lot of the rappers, a lot of the people in the neighborhood had a lot of Jordans and Air Maxes or Kobe's or Charles Barkley's or Scottie Pippens. A lot of those shoes, a lot of these kids nowadays don't know about. It's been resurfacing back up. And a lot of people get now more interested, and even the Deion Sanders, same way. A lot of those shoes was more into the neighborhood. They wasn't a lot of people like from the suburbs. They wasn't getting those. They were getting like Jordans or Jason Kids and stuff like that. We was buying a lot of those shoes. I always wanted the green Kobe's. Oh, the Grinches, yeah, the Grinches was a go-to staple too. Just like I said, at that time, a lot of the bots got to them, and because they knew that how highly available people wanted it, and they just sucked them all up. And it's hard to try to get them. And Vanessa Bryant was trying her best to try to she tried to restock them, and they took them all again. So it was hard to get those two as well. Ken Griffey was fired, but cost a lot. Oh yeah, Ken Griffey was that was a stable shoe too in the '90s. Like Ken Griffey's definitely was a shoe. Deion Sanders, like I said, was a go-to shoe. Those was the shoes in the '90s, man. Like that was a go-to. And at the same time, it's just a go-to, man. You gotta be mindful of these different type of collections and collabs with what people did, especially when it comes to sneakers app and just Nike branding and just they just coming back, man. Everything's coming back full effect with the retro and the vintage stuff. All this stuff coming back full effect, and it's a go-to, especially when it comes to that. You don't want to miss out on these opportunities because you don't know if Nike will ever re-retro these stuff like this again, man. That should just, bringing Deion Sanders back out. Deion Sanders, put his blessings to bring these shoes back out on Nike and stuff. It's amazing because we thought we'd never ever see the shoe again. We thought it would probably be a thing in the past. We saw it, in old magazine, East Bay books and stuff like that. Now they bringing it back to life to where we can be able to wear these again. You can relive your childhood again. But like I said, overall, we just sitting here, like I said, we talking about just sneakers app and Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield's birthday, the way how everything was going, especially when it comes to that. Speaking of which, them Nick Color, Bo Jacksons, and the Barkley 94 is dropping tomorrow. Oh, yep, they both are. Like I said, the Bo Jacksons, that's Tinker Hatfield's creation too. And the Barkleys, like those was a good stable shoe back in the 90s. Like those shoes was a go-to. Like I still have my Barkleys. I got like a cool gray Barkleys. They somewhere around his house, but like I said, that definitely was a stable, especially in the '90s, man. A lot of people had Griffleys. They had, like I said, they had Scottie Pippens, Jordans, Jason Kids. They had Dennis Rodmans. Like all these shoes was coming back again, surfacing back up because a lot of people didn't know too much about none of them. It's just everybody was just hooked on Jordans. That's all they was: Jordan, 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 or Air Maxes, Jordan, Jordan, Air Maxes. And I mean, I can't be mad at it because that's what was presented. It overshadowed a lot of the other shoes, but we can't forget about the other powerhouse shoes that did do numbers around that time, and that's a lot of those shoes did. So, like I said, they bringing it back around. So I'm glad that they are because, like I said, we didn't know they would ever re-retro again. So I'm happy to see them coming back and surface around. So be able to get the younger generation to be able to get them. But like I said, Travis Scott definitely will be having another release coming soon, man. Hopefully y'all, just keep y'all notifications ready, especially on my channel, and then just head over to my IG too as well. It's the same name as this, Butcher and kickz84. Go head over there. I put a lot of my content up there, especially because of my sneakers. I put a lot of my sneakers week by week, posters up. You can check those out. Let me know what y'all think about them. Like I said, I'm just an ordinary sneakerhead, just trying to just put my name back on the map and trying to do bigger things, especially when it comes to the sneakers. Are you a fan of phone pockets? Phone pockets. I grabbed the Galaxies this year. Yes, I wanted the Galaxies too. It was just highly wanted. People wanted it, and I struck out on them. I definitely wanted them Galaxy phone pockets. I got the cherries. The cough drops. I got the electric greens. I got the electric blues. The phone pocket pros. I had those too. Book ones are fire too. Yes, some colorways are. Them purple ones that came out just on sneakers, those are fire too. I like those book ones, but book almost remind me like Kyrie's. Like Kyrie, that first model is like it was just so simple. He got to do a little bit better on his next model, because this first model it's okay, but it wasn't like eye catching, like it wasn't a wow factor. You know, that's what I'm saying. He got to get better with just a better designer of his shoe. Bro, I thought you was Shaq. That's what I say. A lot of people say I'm Shaq. Well, subscribe to the channel. You think that? Hit that like button. Show some love. Like I said, I get that all the time, man. You think I look like Shaquille O'Neal? Hey, I'll take that as a compliment. Like I said, best center that ever played basketball at the time. Won multiple NBA championships. You know, definitely a good role model for a lot of kids around these days. You know, he's a good guy. Definitely Shaq. And our birthdays in the same month, so I'll take that. Hey, hi. Them dark ones are so nice. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, man. Those they gonna be the move. I'm telling you, you gotta get these shoes while they around at the moment, because, like I said, we don't know if they'll ever re-retro again. So you gotta get them while they can, because you know a lot of people, you know, they so drawn to Jordans, even just with LeBron's. LeBron gonna be retiring soon, so you gotta start getting a lot of these shoes right now while you trying to retire, because eventually these shoes gonna go up in price, because he's not playing anymore. So he probably gonna have like one more year left in him, and that's it. He gonna be making no more LeBron. So it's gonna be in the same stature with Kobe's, you know. So you gotta just try to get them while you can, while they still around, floating around. Because Jordans ain't going nowhere, regardless of what people think or say. Those shoes ain't going nowhere. They not going anywhere. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kobe and LeBron, they definitely will have shoes around, but not frequently how Jordan would be, because that Nike is Jordan. Jordan is Nike. So they gonna keep going hand in hand with that. So like I said, it's definitely gonna be the move, especially like I said, May coming up. Definitely gonna be a interesting release, especially on these white cement 4s. Like I said, I love to want to go try to grab those. Like I said, I want to double up on those so I can be able to cop those for retail, because I ain't trying to pay resale, y'all. And I know y'all won't pay resale for them. So like I said, hopefully y'all can be able to get them. You know, for retail, it'd definitely be a good deal. LeBron had a big sticker wave like 13 years ago. Yeah, even like with the LeBron 15, like that's always gonna be my best model of all time. Cause that's the best, most comfortable shoe that I ever owned, was those LeBron 15s. I still have my 15s. I liked it the 12s. I liked it the 9s. I liked it the first ones, the generation. Those definitely my go-tos. The LeBron 4s was okay. It was just a heavy shoe. The LeBron 8s was it was a good shoe. The South Beaches. The 11s was okay. 13s I didn't care for. 14s I didn't really care for. Like I said, it's a lot of LeBrons I like, but some I didn't like. But at the same time, if you just own a pair of LeBrons, it's a go-to. Because like I said, we don't know if they'll ever re-retro that shoe unless LeBron asks to. But I doubt it. Because last year he probably re-retro what was the South Beaches, and then the Liverpools. That's the ones he probably pretty much re-retro. Because a lot of the other shoes he did like a twist to it, but it wasn't the actual retro LeBron shoe. And they did LeBron too. Take that back. He did the Animal Instinct ones, and then the white navy and the gold ones that nobody didn't want. But like I said, definitely gonna want to get these shoes soon. You definitely want to make sure you be mindful. Like I said, Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield been doing their thing, especially on the sneakers app. Especially been doing their thing, especially for trying to bring up these collabs to give us what we want. Make sure you hit that like button. You see it, make sure you hit that like button. If you're sure, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Like I said, Tinker Hatfield been doing a lot of things, especially like you said with Air Maxes. And Air Max 1s, he did with the Jordans, he did with the Jordan 4s. You know, he got his hands in a lot of stuff, man. We got to show him respect, man, what they did, because it's crazy how things are, you know, coming, especially when it comes to these shoes. And we just get in the craze of how much that a lot of his masterpiece put on his shoe. It might not seem like it's a lot, but it took a lot of time to put that together. You know, that's just greatness on material, and you gotta just show love where it's at, because that's where it's at, and you have to be mindful of that, and you have to appreciate it. So, like I said, overall, be mindful of Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield. They've been doing their thing, especially when it comes on the sneakers app, and they been doing their thing, man. So, like I said, show some love. You got 11 people in the chat, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Show some love to Travis Scott and to Tinker Hatfield, because they been doing their thing, man. So, overall, man, I'm glad that y'all enjoyed this, man. We've been on here for almost 100 minutes. I haven't showered in 1 week. What do I do? And I spy fishy fries up here, B. Okay, well, I mean, you gotta be like, you gotta know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. Just hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. That's what you do. That's what's gonna help you get clean. Keep it going. I'm gonna keep my best to keep it going. Like I said, gotta make sure. Like I said, Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield are gonna be being mindful, especially when it comes to that. It's definitely gonna be the move, especially when it comes to trying to get these white cement fours. White cement fours is gonna be crazy, man. You don't want to miss out on that, because that's gonna be an interesting shoe. Just like that's been well crafted together. Like a lot of people didn't get a chance to see that shoe yet, but it's definitely gonna be amazing release, man. It might just gonna be as good as the Reimagines, like when they did the Reimagines like a couple years back. Like they might crash sneakers like they did last time with the Reimagined ones. Like it literally crashed sneakers. You look like my cellmate when I was in prison. Well, you saw me again. So, but hit that like button though. Hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe. Like I said, be mindful. Like I said, these white cement fours will be dropping soon on the sneakers app. Hopefully, like I said, you'll be able to cop these for retail, because I want y'all to cop these, man. That's the goal. I want you to cop these for retail, so you don't have to worry about the stress of trying to get it from resale, so you only paying $150 more for a shoe that, you know, you can get for retail. So you just gotta do your homework. Like I said, once Foot Locker and JD Sports, once they bring out their early access, try to put in these raffles, these mom and pop shops, they're gonna have these raffles. Make sure y'all go over there and talk to these guys, especially when it comes to trying to get these. Shock drop hopefully soon also. I think it's definitely gonna be a shock drop soon. I definitely know for a fact it's gonna be a shock drop for these, so let's be ready for that, man. It's definitely gonna be the move, because like I said, that white cement 4 will be moving. That shoe definitely ain't gonna sit. And like I said, it definitely gonna be lines. It's definitely gonna be some craziness with that shoe. It was in 2016. It was a craziness with that shoe. It's gonna be a craziness on that shoe now. So like I said, because a lot of people don't have them. Like myself, I don't have them. So I'm gonna just try to do my best to try, like I said, do like what I'm telling you guys, is just submit all my raffles, submit all my entries, you know, make sure I have multiple devices, make sure I have PayPal, and have these things ready when it drops. So, because that's where the move is at. You gotta have these few little steps makes a big difference when you're trying to cop shoes, because if you don't have it, then you're gonna be lost once you're in the moment, and it's gonna be bad for you. So I don't want you to be losing the moment while you don't have these things ready, because it's gonna be bad for you. So like I said, just be ready. May 24th, that's when they're definitely gonna drop soon on sneakers. Hopefully you'll be able to cop these for retail. And like I said, we just here talking about sneakers and talking about Travis Scott and Tinker Hatfield. Hopefully you guys hit on Travis Scott today. Hopefully the ones that did go for him got him. Congratulations to you guys. And at the same time, if you didn't hit them, I'm sure they'll be releasing again. Just be mindful, you know, like I said, you know, they only had small quantity pairs today, so they definitely got more in stock, so we definitely know that. But at the same time, guys, I'm gonna get off here on this live, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this live, man. Like I said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Definitely, you know, definitely was a pleasure talking to you guys, man. And definitely we'll be having more lives, like I said, too, as well, man. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys have a great night. Like I always say, hug your loved ones, because, you know, next time I see you again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Great stream, bro. See you again. Thank you, guys. I definitely appreciate you guys. Like I said, make sure y'all stay tuned on the next live. Peace.